What is this thing with a weirdly mounted handle and a spring on it? You can push it down like a lever, and the spring lets it bend a bit. It's about 7 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 5 inches tall at a guess. It's pretty heavy, so I assume it's mostly metal, with some leathery stuff on the handle. It presses down like a stamp of some sort, but for what? I have no idea. There's a little hole that maybe something would be pressed into, but it doesn't line up very well. Any ideas? It's an antique stapler. This one makes the staples itself from a metal strip. It was patented on February 6, 1923 by Clinton B. Wooderman for the Eveready Manufacturing Company of Boston, Massachusetts. The patent says, a plain flat strip of sheet metal having substantially straight edges is made into staples, which are then driven into sheets of paper, cloth, or other material. What is this axe I found at an estate sale? About 14 inches long, and the wood at the bottom of the handle is a little worn, but I don't think there was anything stamped on it. Searching the number on the head comes up with a couple of sites where people are claiming it has NATO serial numbers, and someone claiming it's a Nazi axe. Does anyone know anything more? It's an aviation crash axe, with a special design to open aluminum hulls of aircraft. It has been in production at least since World War II. Helco is a traditional German axe manufacturer. The number is indeed a NATO stock number. 4210 is the code for firefighting and rescue equipment, and 12 is the country code for Germany. Sturm is an import-export company exporting German military surplus. What is this pointy, ridged metal thing I found in a box of random sewing stuff that was gifted to me? I guess scale is everything, and I don't have a banana handy. It's approximately 10 centimeters, nearly 4 inches. Any ideas? That is an Ebor or Daga darner, used with a mushroom. It was patented on October 22, 1925 by Franziska Daugart of Sommerda, Thuringia, Germany. It has a toothed edge, which alters height of threads to be darned. The fabric needing to be darned is stretched over the mushroom and fixed with the metal stretch ring. Threads are sewn across the hole to be darned as well as over the toothed metal piece. The teeth are alternate different heights, so that when it is turned, it raises and lowers threads to make it easier to pass a needle above and below appropriate alternate threads. What is this resin cube that contains a liquid that says Mesa Petroleum Transaction and 100 million October 1979? I assume it's oil, but why, what, and who? I found it in one of those random bags at a thrift store. I wanted something else that was in the bag. Any insights would be appreciated. It's known as a tombstone or deal toy, a commemorative oil drop from a business deal or milestone. To be more specific, this is likely a sample of the 100 millionth barrel of oil produced by Mesa Petroleum. Mesa was founded in 1964, and its revenues grew to $92 million in 1976. At a nominal oil price of about $12 per barrel at the time, hitting 100 million barrels lifetime production in 1979 is likely. My dad worked in the oil business for 30 plus years. He has a shelf full of these things from various discoveries and deals. What is this thing found abandoned on a railway line in the UK? This is at the end of a line connected to 1940s military train equipment, about half the length of a normal train carriage. Any ideas? It's the boiler from a steam locomotive, the boiler from United States Army Transportation Corps S-160 class, number 3278, which is currently at the Churnet Valley Railway for repair and very definitely not abandoned. These were designed for use in Europe during World War II for heavy freight work. There are lots of interesting details in that pic if you are interested in railways. The wagon that the boiler is resting in is a 35-ton Warwell, made for military usage, which makes it quite specialized. And the rail is the old bullhead type. The little tubes are for superheating the steam, removing moisture from it. It is only part of the steam engine. This is just the part that turns water into dry and very hot steam ready for work. What is this thing found in my yard with my son while we were metal detecting? I have no idea what this thing is. It's definitely metal and about 7 inches by 3 inches in dimension, and it looks and feels like perhaps it is cast iron. My house was built in 2006, so the neighborhood is not very old. We cleaned it up a little bit today, and I could tell that it seems to have Bex written on it. I've Google Lensed it to no avail. Let me know if you have any idea what this thing is. It's a door for a cast iron wood stove from around the 1920s. These tiny stoves were used to hold copper boilers to do laundry. There are 2 round burners on top, so it can be used as a cooking stove or room heater, also known as a laundry heater. What is this thing made of wood I found in my grandma's house? I have no idea what it is. It plays music when upside down and looks alcohol related. I'd be really interested to know what this is or what it's used for. It's a 1960s Swiss musical wine pourer. That particular one is from Luzern, a city in central Switzerland, in the German-speaking portion of the country. It has a crank at the back, so it's basically just a wind-up music box. Here's a video of how it plays music. I was just given the same item by my mum as a legacy from my dad. What is this gilded metal thing I found in an old house? It is pretty heavy, and it has a little hook on the standing part. You can put it together, but it doesn't fit very well. It looks like a candle holder, or maybe it used to hold a picture. Any ideas? It's an antique brass pocket watch stand from circa 1900 to around the 1920s. It resembles the structure of a chair. The back plate, with pierced flame-like designs, has a hook for hanging and displaying a pocket watch. The style is loosely based on the Louis XV Rococo style. This picture has been hung up and passed down for 4 generations, and I've always wondered what is the black-looking stick thing and the brown bag thing. The picture depicts a young man returning home from the Navy, so possibly a walking stick and a coat dropped on the floor. This has been a 23-year-old mystery for me. Any ideas? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.